People, we all have tried changing our habits, isn't it? But if you're like me, you might have tried a couple of times and then finally given up. And it's no surprise because the habits that we have are from months and years, and therefore they are wired into our brains. So it's not easy to actually break them. But what if I tell you that there is a way to actually break down any habit that you want in just 1 week? Sounds impossible, right? But you know what? We all are born with that ability. Yes. So now the question is, what is this ability? What is this power that we are all born with but are not using? How are marketing companies using this power as a leverage so that they can have our choices and our decisions in their own favor? And most importantly, what are the study materials that we can learn to know more about this power, this ability, and we can learn more about human psychology as whole, basic human psychology. So without wasting time, let's get started. This superpower, this super ability that I am talking about is the ability to feel. In psychology, it is said that if you can change how you feel, you change everything. If you can change how you feel, you can change everything. And to understand this, we need to go back to 1872. This was a time when Darwin suggested that every human have 6 basic emotions: sadness, happiness, anger, surprise, fear, and disgust. And I know people, we all have heard so much about the first 5 emotions, but disgust remains to be the most neglected. And guess what? Disgust is the key to change our behaviors instantly, just within minutes. But first of all, let's see what disgust really means. Now, as I said, disgust is a feeling. So the best way to know what disgust really is to actually feel it. No definition will actually give you the understanding of it unless you feel it. So now I will show you some images and videos that will help you feel disgust. Now when you see these images, you might feel to throw your phone, but please don't do that. What I really want you to do is to analyze yourself, being aware that what feeling does really come within your mind. How does your facial expression change? How does your body react? And this is where you will experience the entire feeling of disgust. So now images will be rolling. See you later. छी यार क्या देख लिया. I know you will be feeling disgusting right now, but I want you to be aware of that feeling, because when you see, you have a full dedicated part in your brain called insular cortex, which is dedicated to just make you feel of this feeling that is called disgust. And not only it makes you feel disgusting, but it also governs all your physical movements. But now the question is, why has our body given a full part dedicated to just feeling this thing called disgust? Why? Now to get the answer of this question, we need to go back 300,000 years. Yes, now people, during this time we needed to protect ourselves from many factors, which included not just wild animals and drastic climate change, but also germs and bacteria. Creating the stone tools will help us protect against the wild beast. But what about the small things that we cannot even see? And this thing kept us away from things that we believed that are harmful because they contain germs and they could cause infection to our own body. So what our mind did was it created the repulsion between certain things, and therefore most of us are repelled from things like urine and vomiting and faces and etc. etc. Now there is one more interesting thing to notice about disgust and pain. Both are a form of repulsion, but pain is more psychological and disgust is more physiological. Physical. What I mean to say is, when you feel pain, you feel it within. The expression on your face may change, but it is more about feeling, and the feeling is very strong. But when we talk about disgust, it is more about the physical expression. Your expression on your face will drastically change. Your body will move in a different direction if you are disgusted, and therefore it is said that disgust is a very strong factor to get away from something because it changes your physiology. Now, there is a wonderful commercial made by PETA, which I have listed in the description, which is basically an awareness commercial against the use of leather. I mean, if you think about it, how would you feel if you were killed for your skin or for your bones? So having this thing in mind, we all know this, but then too we have the urge to use leather. Why? Because we know things intellectually, we know things, we don't understand, we don't feel, and feeling is a big thing. So what PETA did, they created a commercial, and you will see how it is And once you see it, you will realize it will create a strong sensation of repulsion within you. So next time when you see leather, this feeling, this thing will strike within you and it will make you repel from leather, because information and knowledge is not sufficient to change behaviors. You need strong feeling, right? There's also a famous line told in a debate by Philip Wallen.
There is unimaginable terror in those ghastly Guantanamos we call factory farms or slaughterhouses. Believe me, if slaughterhouses had glass walls, we wouldn't be having this debate tonight.
I also listed the speech in the description. You might want to check it out if you want to know more about, and also if you're interested into veg versus non-veg debate, which is going from years and years. Now people, we have learned everything about disgust that we needed to know to change our habits once and for all. But still we need to learn one thing, and that is association. Now association in simple terms means if you think about an object A, you automatically think about object B. For example, let's say think about your best friend. Think about your best friend. He or she can be from your school or your college or your job. Just think about him. Now, do you remember the instances, the moments of your school? If he's from your school, do you remember the instances when you went on picnic together or when you bunked classes? Or do you remember the days of your college when you did your projects together, or your job when you were on a single project and doing this thing? But I never asked you to think about those memories. I just asked you to think about your friend. What your mind did was, when you thought about your friend, it came up with those memories. Why? Because the memories are being associated. They are being attached to the image of your friend in your mind. And this thing is done by your brain automatically. So this is what we call association. Now we are ready with everything that we need to change our habits. We know what is discussed. We know how does association works. And now we are ready to actually learn the skill that can change any habit that we want in just 1 week. Now, the first step is to know the habit that we want to change. For example, let's say you have a habit to buy a pack of chips and a can of soda every time you pass your common street. And now you want to get rid of that habit for your own health, for your own life, right? So decided that now I want to change this. And then comes the step 2. Step 2 is find the most disgusting thing that you feel that is for you. For example, let's take vomiting. Now vomiting, with its sound and with its smelly nature, it becomes dynamic. So it is a very good thing to have an example. So just imagine that you are walking down the road, you go to the shop from where you always buy, you buy a pack of chips, and then when you open it, you find vomit in there. Not the chips, but vomiting, and you are totally disgusted. You throw the chips, you throw the packet in the road, and all the vomit is on your clothes, and you are full smelly and stinky, and you are running towards your home. Now this is as horrible as it sounds, and you have to imagine this. There is no other point, because when you imagine this horrible situation, when you imagine this disgusting situation, you actually link your pain sensations, your disgusting sensations, with the experience of buying the chips. So next time when you do this, next time when you actually go on and to buy the packet of chips, your mind will say, before opening, you know what you are expecting in that thing, right? So you will be repelled to buy the packet of chips. And man, this really works. Why? Because now you associated the strong sensation of disgust with the habit that you wanted. And when you do this every single time, like when you imagine this repeatedly, your mind will create strong connection. So what I recommend is, do this visualization 3 times a day for 1 week. So in all, you will do 21 times the entire visualization over a period of week, and you are good to go. Next time when you see a packet of chips, your mind will say, man, please don't open it, please don't buy it. Why? Because you will find the most disgusting thing. I mean, in reality, it has never happened, but when you do the association, your mind doesn't know what is real and what is fake. So it will think that, man, I'm gonna find vomit inside it. And if you are really disgusted with the vomiting, with the sound of it, with the smell of it, you are good to go, and you have successfully changed your fast food habit. Amazing, right? Now people, I know the exercise is it's very disgusting now. Nobody likes to visualize this kind of thing, this kind of bizarre things. But you know what? You need to have a certain kind of disgust for your habit also. Like, if I want to change my habit of junk food, I have to have some kind of disgust with the junk food itself, because you need to somewhere know that I will do anything to get rid of this packet of chips, and therefore you will be motivated to actually do these exercises. And once you do it, man, you are good to go for your life. So let's revise the steps quickly. Number 1, know the habit that you want to change. Number 2, know the most disgusting thing that you feel. Number 3, associate with the things and visualize the outcome 3 times a day for 1 week. And step number 4, which I recommend is, repeat this exercise like for every weekend. We repeat the visualization 1 time or 2 times every weekend. Why? Because over time the association might get weaker. So when you keep on visualizing, the association remains intact and you will be good to go for your entire life. So I hope this video helps you. Thank you so much. If you like the information, if you like the knowledge, please share and like the video, and also make the YouTube algorithm happy so that they can also promote our channel. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye.